RVJ on for 5 minutes?
Say that again, Ryan. Would you like?
Can we invite RVJ on for 5
sure,
minutes
bro.
before we
Oh,
go?
he wants RVJ on. He's in the
Please
chat.
send him the link right now,
He's
bro.
talking so much in the chat. I feel like we need to say goodnight.
RVJ, I'm gonna do a docu-series. $3,000 a month in growth, and then the last 2 months trend, and then I come to your house and we arm wrestle. I better
Greg, if that's how much spending the girls, just hit me up.
All right, guys. Hey, well, I gotta get going too. Before I leave, I want to say if you guys haven't seen mine and Tom's matchup, it's on my channel, Freddie Sanchez Arm Wrestling. I did the edited version. If not, hit up Greg Brown TV's YouTube. He has the whole live event where Paul Italia's match with Ryan Grandin's on there too. It's so entertaining and it's so badass. So you guys can see what we're talking about. Go check that out. Sub to me and to Greg and to Tom and to Ryan and to Israel, Artem, Paul, everybody if you haven't yet.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, guys, I want you all to recognize and bow down to the new king of the 98. I have the crown on its way, guys. So there will be some changes coming. A lot of the guys that held a position in the 98 are going to be fired.
Are you going to get a tattoo? Are you going to get a tattoo right here, Paul?
The official coronation is to be announced.
I'm still waiting for all the passwords, all the bank accounts, and all that. But all that has to be transferred over.
Artem's got your crown.
I love it. Artem got his own crown over there, bro.
I'll just put 98 sticker and send it over to you.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man.
With the engraving that says Paul Italia.
Yeah,
that's it, bro. So every time I'm on podcast, you guys will be reminded I'll have my crown on.
Where's the fucking mold, bro? Where's the mold?
No, instead of a mold, we're gonna do the 98 crown. I told him I want the crown instead, and because he was supposed to give me his Crocs as well, but I'm like, instead of taking the smelly Crocs in the mold,
bro,
I'll take a crown.
Motherfucker has like advanced, like, you know, next gen level fucking Crocs, bro. He has some GI Joe Crocs.
For real, bro. For real.
Where'd you get that shit, bro? From Mission Impossible. Jesus Christ.
They're like some fake.
I gotta hop out.
Oh, Manolo. See you later, Freddie. Yo,
Tom, you a bitch.
RVJ, I just sent you the text. That's for to jump on here if you want to come on here for a couple minutes. Ryan requested to see if you wanted to come on, so that's what that is for. I'm just waiting to see him answer. And we have Manolo Sanchez that just came in the room. He's just started the Puerto Rican Arm Wrestling League. What's up, Manolo? How you doing, brother?
Well, I just got out of bed and Freddie left.
We're trading in the Sanchez's, man. One Sanchez goes out, the next Sanchez comes in.
yeah, but I'm doing good. I'm recovering from this past weekend. Not that much recovering from the match, but from the trip. So yeah.
Hell yeah, Cam. Thank you, Cam Burrell. Appreciate you. Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm you guys just talk for a minute. I'm trying to send RVJ the password right now to come on.
Malono, you and Javier were really good on the mic, bro. I rewatched the stream over and over, bro. We had the magic sauce that night, dog. We just everything.
I told you we had to do some Spanish thing. And,
estaban pero increíble, güey.
It was a great experience. I loved it, and I hope to do it again soon. So
Malono, Tom, and Freddie and I will sell the Airbnb together. Woo!
Hey, that was a fun time. That was a fun time.
Hey, we're totally doing that. You know what, guys? I remember like when I did a live stream in Mississippi State, and for some reason at the time, people said like it was the best live stream ever. It's like fucking long time ago, but there was nothing to the live stream, just web cameras. However, people liked it because there were just two people talking the whole time, talking mad shit. Like it was hilarious. Like I think it was Daniel Worley and Justin Bishops. But
I remember that one, bro.
It was super. For some reason, like it was nothing. I did it on my laptop, his web cameras, and like the quality is, you know, it's Wi-Fi. I didn't have nothing. People loved that stream simply because the commentary was like you can just listen to the shit like for the whole hour or whatever, you know, for the whole thing. So that's what I can see.
And that hooks up the audience.
Yeah. So if you guys talking, people might not know about the arm wrestling, but Leo, this Mexican Puerto Rican dude are fucking crazy. Let's listen to this shit.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
guys, we just got RVJ just popped into the room, my man. We got RVJ and Ryan Bowen in the same room right now. What's up, fellas?
My God.
Oh my God! I just realized. Oh God!
Let's
It
go.
almost feels real.
go.
Like it
This
almost
is it.
touching in the dark there.
That's
What's going on,
That's
Rob?
old news. Me and Ryan Bowen. I think that was like pre-COVID times.
Yeah, but you know what? It's getting real interesting again, brother, because we're all going to be in the same room January 6th in New Jersey, Fort Lee. And that's why I'm getting all excited, bro, because I know I'm going to be there now. I'm going to get to see you two, finally meet up. And I'm hoping we get some after pull action in between you two. What do we think, RVJ? Is that going to happen that night?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, if everyone's so horny for it, I mean, someone's got to put it on a card.
Well, are you down to make this happen now? Like let's talk details here, because I think that's where we were always getting hung up on. I think Ryan was
It's
saying
not
earlier
hung
you
up.
wanted.
Listen. Let's give everyone a quick history lesson. The me and Ryan Bowen, how this started, is so fucking dead. It's so squashed. This is like two teenagers talking about fighting and who the baddest teenager is, and now we're like 30-year-old men. This started when Ryan Bowen thought he was going to be the guy to dethrone me at 195 pounds. And he was talking that shit at 195 pounds. Now Buddy Boy's like 245. When he exited that 200-pound weight class by like 3 weight categories, there is no more. Him and I could have a conversation about a match, but it doesn't make those things he said 4 years ago valid. Because I'm going to tell you right now, after seeing his history of those 4 years, I'd have trashed that kid so bad.
What would happen today, though?
Please look back at your history
Ryan Bowen.
and tell me you don't believe I would have trashed you.
No, I think you are right. I just like to jump in the deep end, and that was the jump in the deep end that I was chasing at the time. I think we're a good match now, like genuinely. I think you think that too now, but yeah, look, you would have trashed me. You would have. I would have tried to get into a King's move, and it wouldn't have worked, and you would have laughed your way to victory. I think.
So that nonsense is gone. If we want to start the next chapter of me versus the new, improved, in fucking super studly and humongous powerlifting trained. By the way, I see your bicep work that you told me wasn't worth shit. How'd that work out? All of a sudden you're stopping people on your bicep. You should be fucking thanking me, bro. I changed your game.
RVJ, I gotta ask you this, man.
I think it's
RVJ, what's up with Brandon Allen and you, and how are you gonna handle with that King's move that day?
I don't know. I think I manage King's moves pretty well. I think I have an understanding of what to do, but that's like anything. It all depends on how strong he's going to be and where the match stops. And you know, he could be super fucking strong and he could be super resilient. I know things on paper. I think sometimes I'm a better coach from the sidelines than I am at applying it. You know what I mean? That just comes down to me being mindful in the moment. I think if I'm mindful, I can beat a King's move, and I know the how-tos. So if it goes to a King's move, I like my chances, but we'll see. He looks like he's training, you know, hard for all the right things to fortify the areas that he feels vulnerable in.
I made a comparison earlier of the match that you're having with Brandon Allen, and I kind of threw in there when you went against Chuck Ryder, and Chuck Ryder called you out. And, you know, the reason why I say that is Chuck is another big monster dude. And I don't know if he's close to 300, but no, he's definitely huge, a lot bigger than you. And you were on the couch. You weren't training at that moment. And I was just real surprised because I was still new in the sport. So when I seen Chuck calling you out, I was like, oh, wow, I think Chuck might have some, and the way that he was so confident. And then he showed up to your place, and you guys had that match, and you very dominantly took that win. So that's the only thing that I'm judging this match off with Brandon. I just see like a big problem with that because, you know, I'm not sure. Like Ryan was saying earlier that Chuck might, or Artem was saying that Chuck might have a little more arm wrestling technique and all that. So do you see this as like a good comparison of a match, or do you think Brandon's going to be a tougher opponent for you?
I think in a lot of ways, Brandon's tougher. I think he's got more overall body strength. But I also think that if I can show up and do what I should do, what I can do, you know, in years past, I've lived in a lot of retreat. I'm too worried about what the other guy might do and how I'm going to tiptoe around it and not execute the way that I should. And it makes me a very like standoffish person, letting somebody dictate what they should do when if I'm confident in my capabilities and I can be a little more aggressive and a little more attack focused, and I have good overall body health, I mean, I always think that I can win any match I step to, and I think I could put him in some positions he's not comfortable with where he is.
Are you taking
I
this?
mean, I haven't been following the progress of everyone's story as much as I used to. Where are you at in terms of your commitment to the sport or your interest in the sport? Because I know I heard you'd faded back out, but then now you're back. Is where we at?
Yeah. I faded out for a little bit, and I kind of got to the point where I was like, well, if something could pop up that excites me, I didn't like the idea of the only thing that would make somebody like me, like newer guys have some events around and stuff. But for me, if I go to a local event, it's almost like I'm not even competing, because not knocking on the competition, but the view of how the arm wrestling world views me, they're like, well, why aren't you at East vs. West, or why aren't you at King of the Table? Like, there's only 2 events you can go to when you get a certain level and people deem you as inactive. You go through it. You have your own matches on other places of the world, and people say, well, why don't you make nice with Engen and get back over there and stuff? It's like arm wrestling can exist worldwide, and I don't have to go over there. And I'm not a fan of going across the country for a 10-minute flight, because it's a big commitment with me and the kids. I said, if something could happen that made a little more sense, a little more local. So I started dialing in these matches. I put a video out there saying, who wants it? Brandon Allen was very eagerly raising his hand. But then after that, of course, everybody was in the comments saying, would you come to this event, come to this event? So I lined up like maybe 6 events over the course from now till summer. So because of that, it's like, as long as I have like a heading, I'm pretty focused, but it hasn't been for like a straight year. It's literally been like the past 2 months. But I mean, I didn't start into this venture weak. I'm not like some fucking Sally. I mean, the couch version.
This is one of those sports where it's a cool sport. It's pretty unique that you don't actually lose your conditioning, and as long as you've maintained some sort of muscular strength, you're good. So I don't have any doubt that your level is back almost instantly to where it was and can progress. But I was just super curious as to your interest in the sport. If it's like, do you still want to be better? Have you got things to do? Is there points to prove still for you, or is it just
yeah? I mean, if I'm going to get in, I want to get in. But the hardest part is going to be, I'm my own worst enemy. Looking back at where I feel like I was at my best, I'm constantly comparing that, and it's easy to get a little deflated. And then with that deflate, when you rise up and try to overcome it, you can lead to like overdoing it. I'm trying to push a little bit too much too soon. And, I'm 43 years old now, so sometimes you got to know when to pump the brakes so you don't crash and burn. But yeah, my motivation is, I'm kind of moving in silence. I still do the YouTube thing to a degree. I still get into petty fights. I still get my ego kicked. I'm a human being. I'm a man. I have an ego and shit like that. But I mean, focus-wise, I'd say I'm more focused at this point in time, especially now that my daughter's training and working out. She kind of helps me keep on the straight and narrow. So, yeah.
How about this? How about this, RVJ? How about this? I know that we're both going to be at Knuckles Up. I know that we're both going to be at Arm Gods. Let's say if we both get victories at those 2 things, then it's you and me next. Guaranteed. Lock it in. At whichever promotion makes the most sense.
Yeah, if we get a promotion that makes sense, I got no problem with that.
And what would make sense? Is it a money thing?
Or lots of money.
No.
Lots of money.
Well, all right, I'm out.
Simple.
There's definitely going to be a money thing, because let's be honest. I used the parallel a long time ago. If we were on a ship and we all crashed upon the fucking shore and had no food and we were starving, and somebody found saltines and we were all sucking saltines, I would think that was a blessing if I got some saltines. But motherfucker, if I come around the corner and see a handful of people eating prime rib while I'm eating saltines, I start feeling slighted, because I'm a top of the heap athlete and I feel like I've put in a lot of work and built a resume. So, I mean, yeah, at some point in time, I'd like to get paid, especially where the heavyweight class I feel is flushed out. And this is a match that had true drama over a lot of years that a lot of people want to see, especially now that Ryan's showing good momentum and he's big and he's starting to back a lot of what he's saying. So, I mean, would I like to get paid? Yeah. And of course, location and tiptoeing around my busy life, because arm wrestling doesn't pay me enough to shut off all the other avenues of what I'm doing. But I sure as fucking take off for a weekend, most weekends, and jive. But for me to get on a plane and go for a week to Dubai, that's a little tougher.
So where would you like to see this happen? Like North America somewhere? Or maybe arm guys?
I mean, North America would be ideal. But I
Yeah.
mean, if you can make it at a hot vacation spot, Paul Italia, go get us a Verbo at Aruba, and I'm fucking there.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha.
What about La Paz, Mexico?
Motherfucker, you gave me all the sweet honey potion, and you dropped me without even taking me on a first date. Last time
Hell
you
yeah,
talked,
because
you talked
I
to me,
fucking
you
can't
wasted
afford,
so
I
much
can't
of my
afford
happy
you.
hour
You're
time.
too sexy.
Bro.
You're too sexy.
Bro, I
That's
had
like,
all this
I
fucking
can't
happy hour
blow.
time I was wasting on you, and you asked me if you could get me out there, and I was like, yes, 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 sign, seal,
You
deliver.
know-
And then all of
you
a
know
sudden
the-
you start
You know,
throwing the money everywhere else.
because with that $3,000, I made the entire event happen. Actually, it was only $2,300 total.
I saw you in a live chat saying you would give somebody 500 extra just so you could get them a fucking massage and pimp them and get them the best Mexican.
Yeah, Tom got a fucking hand job from some old lady, not a 10-star stripper.
Hey,
on,
listen.
Hey,
listen,
that's a good
buddy.
event. That's a good
Listen.
event all of a sudden. I didn't even get to get paid
Hey.
if you get over there.
You invite me. You want to take me on a date.
RVJ, RVJ, I told you straight up, you're too sexy. I can't afford you. I can't afford you.
No. You said, will you come out here? You threw a number. I didn't ask for anything. You said you threw a number, and I said that would jive. That would get me there. And then next thing you know, fucking, you didn't even give me a call back. You didn't even give me a fucking text. Next thing I know, you're announcing all these matches, and my name wasn't even in the list.
Amateur. Greg didn't know that.
10-year amateur veteran, bro. 10 year.
Hey,
No.
all you do next time, Greg, you pay Rob whatever he's asking, and because
No,
Rob is
all
there,
you gotta do next
everybody
time is
else
at
will
least-
come for free.